This is my 2025 What's in the Bag. I go through everything I play, driver through to putter. A cheeky little putter change is going to be in there at the end, so be sure to stay tuned. Golf ball type and also what I carry in the bag. As always, if you like this content, be sure to subscribe. Driver is first up. This is the Qi35 LS. I've got the 13 gram weight pop there in the back and the 2 3s at the front. I've actually got this turned one click towards higher. Golf ball flight wise, that now turns the blade in a little bit for me so I don't lose it too much to the right. It does get a bit floaty every now and again, so I have to keep an eye on the spin rate. To do that, I use my full swing kit that we're gonna get out for the rest of these golf shots. This has got a Gripmaster leather grip on there on the driver. Met these blokes earlier in the year, checking it out. As a result, it's one swing weight heavier is what I had to make it. So a squidge of hot melt went into the head there to make that perfect for me. Throughout all of the woods at the top end of the bag, I'm using this prototype shaft from KBS. This is going to be coming out later in the season. Not quite there yet, but it's getting there. These are prototype colors. As I've talked about in all of my videos, as the shaft gets shorter, I like the weight to get a little heavier. So my 3 wood is in 70, my 7 wood is in 80, and my driver is in 60. These are all X-Flex. So with the full swing down, I always recommend that anytime you're hitting golf shots and testing out clubs, we're moving on to the 3 wood and the 7 wood. New addition in the 7 wood in the last couple of years because I dropped the 3 iron. We shall go there first. This bad boy is still the QI10, simply because I haven't got around to popping the 35 in yet. It comes out amazing. Even if I chuck it into this long grass where my 3 iron wouldn't really be a thing, I'm able to still punch the 7 wood out and get those results where it just tumbles end over end. This has got the bonded hosel, so I've been able to get the lie angle where it needs to be. And as you compare the length to the 3 wood, you can see it sits in there quite a lot shorter, looking at the 2 clubs back to back and the length. On the butt end of those, I've got a Sky Caddy Super Tags. Now, I think the only club it's not on right now, which we're gonna get to, is the 5 iron. That'll be for good reason, stay tuned. In the 3 wood, this has got one of Tommy Fleetwood's 3-degree sleeves on it. You can tell because it's got the white ring in there. Why are you putting in Tommy Fleetwood stuff? Why are you robbing that, Trotty? For the simple reason that this allows the lie angle to be nice and flat. What does that do? It stops the golf ball from missing to the left. So you now have a situation in a 3 wood where the drift is going to be to the right based on the lie angle. This is going to be the adjustable head, the same one you can get at retail. The bonded head I didn't go for in this because the performance on this Qi35 3 wood has been off the charts. There was simply no reason to go for anything different. Well impressed with that. With a Golf Pride, and it actually has the rib grip on it when it comes into the fairway woods. Moving into the irons. Top of the bag starts at the 4 iron. I've stuck with the P770. I've moved around on lie angles all season. You're gonna see that when it comes to the Tiger Woods video. I've made my 4 iron a little bit more upright. You can dive down into the description below where you're gonna see the loft and lies I'm currently playing and how I grade the set. This 4 iron comes out with a little bit more launch for me versus the CB. So I can hit strong 4 irons with a bit of height if needed. Hitting irons on a range can always be tough. As you've seen in the vids from there, I'll go for the tour aim. So fire this down at this point. It can help you with all your alignment aid needs. Great tool that I carry in the bag. These guys have been a good supporter of mine, and it's a training aid that I'm quite happy to use in any scenario because it helps us all when it comes to alignment and getting yourself perpendicular to the end of that tee. Moving into the majority of the clubs. Now the iron shafts I've got are the same throughout. Those of you who follow with a close eye, it's the Tour V110s. A little bit light for me, but they've been working. Where I changed recently, I've got a brand new, which is why there's no Sky Caddy Super Tag on there, 5 and 6 iron. I put the CBs in. Reason being, controlling the yardages, the 6 iron in that P770 would just come out with less spin that I could gauge on my launch monitor, and it wouldn't quite hold up into the breeze. So I went for the P7 CB in the 6 iron. Gave me that look that I was accustomed to as a kid. So now the irons look a bit more along the lines of what I will play, but also when it comes to ball flight, I can control this 6 iron knowing it'll be a little bit spinny and it's not going to jump on me, which is important for a scoring club for sure. So before we continue, I want to get into the bulk of the bag and a couple of things I've brought with me that I do actually use. Putting plates, you've seen it in videos before. A chalk line, essential when it comes to dialing in your putter. I keep in, big fan, Martin Chuck, the Tour Striker Smart Ball. Again, you will have seen that in videos. I carry the Sky Caddy Pro 5X. That has been helpful to me for sure. Then something that I think you might be interested to see that I use for my own game is controlling the wedges when it comes to swings. So I will use the full swing kit to take my 52, 56 and 60, of which they're all standard bounce, but I would like a 60 with low bounce for the dormant Bermuda season in the fall. I practice the most with the 56. As you can see, it's more worn than the others. Then I go down when I'm hitting full shots, and we're into the breeze a little bit today, but I will check out a number that I want to hit. So say a 9 o'clock backswing. So here with a full through swing, now that's feel, gives me 75. So I'll pop that in, pick my target, make the 9 o'clock feel backswing with the follow through, and it'll pop out and give me, hopefully, into breeze today a little shorter. There's a great one. Then we can look back at our monitor, have a look at the yardage and confirm that it comes up. And that's how I've been doing the guess the yardage games. When I came to doing it, certainly with Brooke Henderson, you could see how good she was, but also she knows her numbers way better than I do from hitting consistent golf shots and testing that yardage. As we go on through the golf bag, but the Pix golf ball is what I play. I've actually got some Pix Peppers at the moment. Play around with these. In a practice round, I'll always use the Pix. Maybe in the tournaments, or not that I play any tournaments, but maybe in something that's a bit more serious, I'll use an all white golf ball. And yeah, this one was grabbed for Q. This is the San Francisco ball for him. He liked that one, big San Francisco fan. Remembered to put that one in the bag. We've got the pin sheet at a club that I play at, a wrench, you wouldn't leave home without it, and some Trotty golf tees, Taylormade golf tees, Red Bull golf tees, Northern ball marker with a broken one, and a cheeky Tiger tee that I tend to keep from the photo shoot, always a nice one. I'm using the Flex Tech golf bag, black, easy decision there. And then one of these clubs is actually coming out, which is gonna be, we're making a big change. The Del Monte, which has been in there for a long time, is no more. That can sit over there. And I'm going for, officially in the bag, which is what we've been waiting for to post this for so long, the Long Spider ZT. Believe it or not, much to Q's disgust, that's going in. I've got a towel that's thinner than the other towel, which I love the design of. This was made for me a while back. Hopefully you've seen it before. This bad boy, I like it because it's a bit thinner, a bit smaller. So if you want to stay connected, much like the Smart Ball, you can hit shots with that underneath your arms. Always a good one to do. And then another piece is the Yeti water bottle. That's cool. They did me this great design. Yet to sell them, but love it. And then I guess to wrap it all up is just my lucky ball marker that I carry with me and have done since early Hoylake days. I've used this for 20 odd years now. This would have been for a junior club championship at Hoylake. I know that because it's silver. The gold ones were for the men's tournaments, which I've got a couple of them too. I gave one of these to my best mate because I won 2 junior club championships, and then I kept one myself. I always used to rub the coin to give it energy for good shots when I played a lot more serious golf than I do now, which is why the Liverpool crest is wearing off, because I mean, at some point in my life, I guess I hit a lot of good golf shots. So that charges the energy for sure. And then today, something that I tend to use a lot of is one of these. Shout out to our boy Gene over at iRange. You basically can't make videos without one of these bad boys. And then I've stuck, this is pretty cool, I don't know if they ever brought it to market, but the KBS Happy Gilmore shaft sticker on the bottom, obviously my own stuff. And then this logo, which I'm thinking about doing some cool stuff with, but you got to get on the newsletter to find that out. So that's my what's in the bag for 2025. First thing to go that will be changed will probably be the wedges. We've got the 610 wedge shaft in the 60 and the 56, so that's a little heavier than what I've got in the rest of the set. Lie angles, like I say, have been adjusted recently. You can see on the 9-iron there's a lot of marks on the leading edge, so that 9-iron could need to be changed pretty soon. But all in all, that's what we're going with, and that's what we're ready for, and I'm looking forward to a good golf season. Hopefully you like what you're seeing. If you've got any questions, get in the comments, let me know. We're rocking the Adidas kicks on a day like today when we're chilling. These are the ones I go for, but I tend to prefer on a serious golf day those MC80s. They're like a throwback to the early 2000s, unbelievable golf shoe. But if I'm chilling, then I do tend to go for more of the chill out look like this. But that's my bag. Tell me what you're playing in 2025, what you're most excited about to test. Get in those comments, I want to hear it, and maybe it'll inspire some future videos as to why I play what I play, or why I can help you more with what you carry in your bag.